And weren't you removed, like with doing all this, you were removed from Instagram as well, weren't you?
Yes, we removed
because I just remember watching, I was following the African stream, like there was like everything. I was reposting everything, and then there was a moment where it was like poof, gone.
Yeah. So yeah, great example. So, you know, in the lead up to the last election, 2020, was it 2024 elections, they were telling us, you know, Trump is the worst thing ever, and we got to stop him. We got to stop him. And the only way to stop him is to vote for a party of genocide. Yeah, that was the argument. Now, it was difficult for me to believe that argument, number one, because they were the party who were in charge when the genocide started, and not only did nothing to stop it, but supported, aided, and made cover for the genocidal regime in Tel Aviv. Secondly, it was the Democrats that went after us. Yeah. So it was interesting. So the first, before we were attacked and deplatformed, we had the Democrat adjacent media attack us.
Mm-hmm.
We had NBC. They wrote an article and they say these 6 media entities are spreading disinformation to 40 million African Americans.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And we were put alongside the Breakfast Club, Reza Islam from the Nation of Islam.
Meanwhile, we know Kamala love the Black Breakfast Club. Like that's where they love. They swear black media is led by the Breakfast Club, but now they the problem with African Stream. Okay.
Yeah. Who else was there? I think it's called the Shade Room.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they needed to be on that
Shade
list.
Room. And a few others I forget.
Wow, it was so wild. So I need to even just pause there for a second.
Yeah.
So for the people that are listening, the people in the comment sections, everything, I need y'all to understand that African Stream was being put in the same connotation of the way it is unhelpful would be the lightest way to put it. Disinformation, very toxic. That information that comes from the Shade Room and platforms like that, they associated that with African Stream, which was actually putting out information that pretty much was uniting us as Africans across the diaspora, was informing us on our history and the ways in which historical and current affairs were prohibiting our liberation. So where are you now? How was it recovering from? Because I don't think also people understand what it's like to be on the receiving end of being suppressed and eliminated by the system or by the duopoly, and still out here refusing to be silent. What does it look like for you now in African Stream now?
I mean, African Stream had to close down, unfortunately. So
right.
We set something else up called Sovereign Media, which I'm running now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a kind of a different focus, and yeah, and then we just got deplatformed off YouTube last week. Yeah. So we're based in Nairobi. There was the France Africa Summit, so-called Forward Africa Summit. On day one of the summit, we were deplatformed.
Wow.
Make of that what you will. But yeah, essentially with the deplatform African Stream, it was very clear that, you know, it's almost like that Joe Biden soundbite on the Breakfast Club, where he says, if you don't support, you ain't black if you don't support me, or I can't remember the exact quote that he said, but it was something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
With us, it was, we're spreading disinformation to 40 million African Americans. They didn't cite a single example. But the examples for the others was all related to encouraging people not to vote for the Democrats. And if anyone followed African Stream or follows me or follows Sovereign Media, it's don't vote for the Democrats or don't vote for the Republicans, because two cheeks of the same backside, as far as we're concerned.
Or two wings of the same bird, you know, and it's really just hard to wake up to that when you've invested so much into thinking that representation, when you see people like you in office willing to put, you know, to do things, but then they're also using that skin or that identity to run for cover for the system. So before we let you go, thank you, because I know that it's in the middle of the night. I want to bring back on Dr. Ware just to kind of like, you know, even just connect the dot, help us connect the dots between what Ahmed has experienced with African Stream, what the African perspective is, why he again is standing 10 toes down, asking for the disconnect with Israel, and yet here we are here too, trying to do the same thing. Can you connect the dots for us a little bit?
Yeah, and I'm first of all, Angelica, thank you for